Hey everyone, how you doing? My name's Sammy and welcome to today's practice. Today we're going to be sitting on our chairs for our practice. This will give us a chance to move our body into some beautiful shapes. I often teach my students this sitting style of yoga because it can come in handy if you're going on long trips or if you sit in a job, have a job that's a desk job and you're sitting for quite some time. So being able to transfer these poses that we're going through today into your everyday life. Every morning when I wake up, I turn to the side of my bed and do some movements for the spine just to get that spine nice and warm and supple again, rather than going from straight line to let's get up and go. So give me a chance to just get some movement into my back, my hips, arms, legs, whatever, without even standing up yet. So if you're ready, grab any props that you may need. I am going to be using some blocks today for support. I will try to remember to use my strap. Oh, just beat myself in the face. Use my strap, not blind myself. And then for my Savasana, I'm going to use a cushion or the bolster just to give me some added support. If you are joining in today's practice, if you've got a chair that hasn't got any arms in it, that can be a little bit more useful because we are going to be turning side on. So so something without arms would be great, like what I'm sitting on. And then have some water handy as well, yeah? Just in case you get a little thirsty. Beautiful. All right, so if you're ready, let's sit comfortably. We're going to take some time to check into our beautiful bodies today and just see how they're feeling. So you may like to shut the eyes, soften the gaze, or even look downwards, whatever feels good. We want to feel nice and connected to our chair, so make sure that you're feeling safe and secure wherever you're sitting, not sort of on the edge. If you're finding that the chair's a little high, if you don't have any yoga blocks, you don't have to have the props. Grabbing some books or some cushions or a folded up blanket will be really good to pop under those feet for support. We kind of don't want to be straining the hips. In fact, I might even do that for myself now. Just pop them under there, that way my knees are level with my hips. Just pop your arms in a comfortable position. Our spine is upright but not stiff, and the head is comfortable on the neck. So let's begin. We'll start to just check into our breath. You may even like some sensory feedback, but bring the hands to the chest and the belly and feel that breath moving in and out of the body without any effort. Just our nourishing, life-sustaining breath. And as we're breathing our natural breath, we can do a little bit of a quick body scan and just see how we're physically showing up today. So just starting from the crown of your head and working your way down the back and sides of your head, your face, and just noticing if you're holding any tightness or tension in your throat, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows. And then coming down a little further down the neck, across the shoulders, to the chest and the upper back. And again, just bring our awareness to those parts of our body. We tend to hold tension, carrying a physical or emotional load on our shoulders through to the neck, curling in on the chest. And if you do find that you're kind of crowding the shoulders forward, maybe a gentle roll of the shoulders to the ears and then let them relax down so they're in line with your ears. And then bringing our awareness to our middle, lower back. How is that feeling today? Is it feeling pretty good? Are you feeling a bit tired? Along the length of the arms to the fingertips. Noticing if our hands are gripping or are we relaxed. Coming round to the front, to the belly, the sternum. And then bringing our awareness to our hips. We're feeling a little tight in the hips today, or they're feeling pretty good. And then traveling all the way down to our legs. the ankles, right to the tippy toes. Have we been on our feet all day rushing around, or are we full of energy and ready to go? Taking a couple more of easy, steady breaths. If you do notice that your breath is a little staggered, maybe focusing on lengthening and evening the breath without any effort, without any judgment. There's nothing to fix. We're complete, we're whole. And then when you're ready, start to widen your gaze or open your eyes, however you have your eyes. And then maybe we'll do a nice big stretch actually, why not? So either arms up or down, it's entirely up to you. I'm here to guide and support you. You can do whatever you like during your practice. So taking a nice inhale in through nose or mouth, deep into our body, and then letting it go. Let's take another couple of these beautiful energizing breaths and then let it go. And then as you inhale, you might like to visualize the energy coming from the floor, traveling up the legs, the body, the arms to the crown of our head. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. And just falling into your comfortable breath. So during today's practice, I am going to offer some guidance for the breath, like inhale here, exhale there, but you just breathe your natural breath. The main thing is we don't want to hold the breath. We want to keep that oxygen coming in and everything else. So yes, no holding breaths today. So let's get a little mobile here. Starting from our head, we'll tuck the chin, allow the arms to relax wherever it's comfortable, and then we're going to gently let the head fall forward. And just take a breath here, noticing how we're feeling in the back of the neck and where else we can feel this lengthening. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the chin, think about drawing the nose up to the ceiling, finding that length both behind and in front of the neck. Now, if you'd like to use the breath to guide you, you can exhale to tuck and fall the head forward. And then inhale to lift up and reach the nose upwards. One more in your own time. Exhale to drop. And then whenever you're ready, lifting up. Nice. When you're ready, we're going to bring the head so it's facing forward and get a few side movements. So just turning to any shoulder, it doesn't matter. You may like to let the opposite hand drop down and again, notice where you can feel this as the hand's falling by your side. And then turning the head to the other side. So if you'd like to use the breath to guide you, you can inhale, bring the head to the front, and then exhale, turn to the side. And then inhale, bring the head to the front, and then exhale, turn to the other side. And then let's just do one more each side in your own time, in your own breath. Nice. When you're ready, facing forward, let's get a little movement for the shoulders. So we're going to sweep the arms forward, let the fingertips rest on the shoulders, draw the elbows as close together as you feel comfortable, and then bring them out the back. So just paying attention to how our shoulders feel. Smooth circles, as big or as little as you need today. And then when you're ready, we're going to reverse those circles. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring the elbows forward, do a couple of taps on our shoulder to get some movement for the elbows. On the last one, we're going to hold it out there, press the hands forward, really stretch those fingers, start to rotate the thumbs in, and then rotate them out. So we could breathe in as we rotate in, and breathe out as we rotate out. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice, let's relax those shoulders, maybe give them a little bit of a jiggle, a shimmy shake. And then let's get some movement for the fingers and the wrists. Changing directions. If you want a little bit more for the elbows, maybe doing some circles. Beautiful. So we're going to get straight into our poses. We're going to start with our cat-cow, which will get some movement into the spine. So from here, we'll sweep the arms forward. Now, you will need to be able to make a curve with your back. So if you're really against your chair, you may want to just wiggle the bottom forward. Again, adjust the blocks if you're using your blocks for foot support. So from here, we'll sweep the arms forward. We're going to hollow out the chest and the belly. Tuck the chin and almost like tilt the pelvis up a little bit. And this is our seated cat or our Madhyasana. So let's just take an extra breath here just to notice how we're feeling with this pose. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into seated cow. So sweep the arms back. A little lift of the chin can be nice for this one. And we're drawing the chest and the belly forward into our Vittalasana. So if you'd like to use the breath to guide you through this practice, you can exhale into your cat and inhale into your cow. And one more of each in your own breath, in your own time. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, coming up into a comfortable upright position, now we're going to start to rotate the spine. So we've gone forward, back, in flexion and extension. Now we're going to do a little bit of across the body to do rotation. So grabbing your right hand, this is our thread and needle. We're going to thread across our body on the exhale. And on the inhale, we're going to unthread. So with this spare hand, sometimes I like to put it on the opposite hand just to anchor myself. Exhale to go across. And then inhale. So, but you can put your hand wherever it feels comfortable. Exhale to thread the needle across. And then coming around as we unthread. One more. Exhale. And inhale. Lovely. Let's do the other side. So grabbing your needle and thread, we're going to thread across the body on the exhale and unthread on the inhale. Exhale and inhale. One more of each. Threading across and unthreading. Beautiful. So from here we're going to do some side bends, so warming up the sides of our body and the spine sideways. I like to feel nice and steady in the feet with this one here, so I'm actually going to come a little bit more off my chair, feel nice and grounded. You can still use your blocks though. So from here we're going to pick up the right hand, and this other hand, again, you can pop it wherever it feels comfortable, and I like a little bit of anchoring here. So on the inhale we can lift up the arm. We can either have that arm above our head, or put the fingertips behind the ears, or even on our heart space. So finding length on the inhale, and then exhale, we're going to tip over. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to inhale, lift the other arm up, the left arm up, and then exhale, tip over. So really making some spaces in those rib cages. So if you'd like to use the breath to guide you, you can inhale, float the arms up, and then exhale, tip over to the side. So as we tip over, we want to keep both of those bottom cheeks on the chair. Inhale up, exhale over. So feeling really grounded in our seat. Inhale up, exhale over. One more on the other side. Inhale up, exhale over. Beautiful, nice. So from here we've got our hips. We can hang on to our chair and do a couple of just swaying the knees from side to side, get a bit of hip movement. That's one option. We can also pick up a leg. So if you're feeling like, I'm feeling a bit tight today, so I'm not sure how this is going to go today, I could probably use my strap for assistance with this as well. So just rocking the hip from side to side, getting a bit of gentle movement there, nothing too crazy. Beautiful, maybe some knee up and over. Oops, sorry, block. And the other way. So there's a few options for the hips there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. hold it on the outside, maybe some gentle rocking like you're holding a baby. And then, yep, do some circles. Ooh, get these blocks out of the way. Keep kicking them over. And the other way. Woo, this one's got a mind of its own. My left side's got a mind of its own. Lovely. And then from here, let's get the knees warmed up. So I'm just going to straighten and bend the knees. You can do singles if you like. Don't have to do them at the same time. Maybe some circles for the knees. If you've had any knee surgery or you've got knee problems, just be careful with this one, okay? Always listen to your body. We don't want to cause any pain, any non-violence with our practice, ahimsa. And then changing directions. And then lastly, let's get down to the ankles. So we can flex and point the toe. Start with one side, maybe some circles. Get those joints. So this part that we're doing now is a bit of mobility, just to get those joints lubricated, point and flexed. Get them a little warm and toasty, especially if you live in a cold area. You'll want to just warm up those joints a little bit more. Beautiful. So let's go. So we're actually going to start with a vinyasa flow here. Again, you can use your blocks for support if you've moved them. I'm going to pop them back up there. So to begin, let's begin in mountain pose. Our arms are down by our side. We can turn the palms forward. This can help activate our muscles in our arms, so get them nice and firing. We want to feel nice and grounded in our seat, and comfortably upright, and our chin is parallel to the ground. Think about pushing through the floor with those feet, the big and little toes, the heels, and we're feeling strong. You may even like to shut the eyes or soften the gaze. And think about being strong as a mountain, right from the base of the mountain, your feet, up the sides of the mountain, your body, your arms, to the top of the mountain, the crown of your head, in our Tandasana. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to come into our seated chair pose, okay? And that can seem a bit funny because we're already in a seat, but we're going to add a little bit of arm action here. And I'm actually going to move my blocks to do this one because I might hover my bottom off the chair. From here, we're going to sweep the arms forward. If you've got a little bit of a shoulder injury or you're feeling a bit tired in the arms, you can bring them to heart space as well. That's a nice option. So we're looking at a nice long spine, pushing through the floor with our strong feet, a little tuck of the chins. And if you want to, you can hover the bottom off your chair, firing those legs. Just give it a go and see what feels good for you. And then sitting back down again, and we'll come into our forward fold. So we can pop our hands on our legs, come down forward to what feels good. Now, if you've got glaucoma or blood pressure, I'd suggest even rest in the forearms or put a cushion or a bolster here and just have that head above the heart. Let the spine softly roll forward. Again, we're pushing through those feet to feel grounded, but you can take your forward fold as low as you feel comfortable, that you're not feeling as though you're going to fall off your chair. Taking an extra breath here. And then from here, we're coming to half lift. So we can bring our hands halfway up our shins, so we're after long spine, nice open chest. Or these sturdy little blocks here, we can pop our hands on the blocks as well to give us that kind of like half lift position we have when we're standing. Beautiful. And then from here, we can come into another forward fold. So just pick what variation you would like to use. Just being mindful, if you do have back issues, you might want to kind of ease off a little bit and have that elbow support on the knee. We want to listen and honor our bodies. And then we're going to come all the way back up, big stretch up, come back down into our mountain pose. Beautiful. So let's run through that one more time and we'll do a breath per flow. So on our next inhale, we're going to come into that chair. So pushing through the floor, either hovering above the seat or just extending through that spine with our bottom on the chair, pushing through the floor. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale into half lift, so hands on blocks or shins. And then exhale into forward fold. Inhale back into our chair pose, so keep those legs active, push you through the floor, and exhale into mountain. Beautiful. In fact, that felt really good. Let's do it one more time, yeah? We might even add a little arm variation to our little mini vinyasa there. So from here, exhale into mountain, nice and strong through the body. And then we're going to inhale into chair, but with the arms, let's come into cactus arms. Let's take an extra breath here. Opening the chest. Exhale into forward fold, so coming forward to what you feel comfortable. And then inhale, half lift. So with our half lift, we can aeroplane the arms back, opening the chest again. And then exhale back into our forward fold. Inhale into chair. Again, you've got that variation, arms in front or cactus arms. And then exhale back into mountain. Nice, good stuff. So I'm going to grab a quick drink before we move on to a couple more poses. All right, so from here, pop these out of the way for now. We're going to come into cobra pose and we'll follow that up with eagle pose. So cobra pose, we're opening the chest, getting some nice spread in the chest and drawing the shoulder blades back and down. So we'll begin this by taking a beautiful inhale up, stretching the arms up if that feels good for you today. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring the hands down, draw the shoulder blades back. In fact, let's do a little shoulder shrug to get set. We'll inhale, reach the ears, shoulders to the ears, and then exhale, reach the shoulder blades together and down the spine. So we're nice and fired in the upper back. We're shining our chest forward and up. Not long in the lower spine, so long straight back in the lower spine with a soft curve in the upper back. So this is our cobra. We can still be feeling fired legs by pushing through those toes and the heels into the floor. And then from here, we'll relax the spine upright and come into eagle arms. So arms out the side like the eagle's wings. We're going to sweep the arms so our right arm comes underneath our left arm. Now, when it comes to opening the upper back, which we've just closed, there's a couple of ways we can get our arms together. We can just cross one arm in front of the other. We don't have to rest one elbow on top of the other. So if this is where your body's at today, absolutely perfect. Or if you like, you can stack as well, the elbow on top of elbow. The fingers don't have to join as well, okay? So we're just opening the upper middle back. I might turn on the side a little bit more for this so you can see what it looks like. So from here, we can tuck the chin slightly to the throat, allow the head to roll forward. If you want to try another level of intensity, you can bring the elbows away from the chest. So again, just listening to the body. If it's getting a little bit too much for you today, if you're feeling it and you're kind of not wanting to feel what you're feeling, just back it off a bit. We can also cross the ankles or cross the knees. So there are a couple of options for your leg. One more breath. And then we're going to let our eagles fly free, flap the arms about, and then come back into our cobra pose. So sweeping the arms up and then bringing the hands down, drawing the shoulder blades up and down the spine, elbows behind us, shining the heart forward and up, maybe a little lift of the chin, but not straining the neck. We do want to have length in the back of the neck. So let's take some breaths here, pushing those feet through the floor. Smooth, steady breaths. One more breath. And then when you're ready, start to relax those shoulder blades, bring the arms away, and we'll do our eagle pose on the other side, so sweeping the left under right. I think I'm up to this one. And then crossing it over to whatever feels comfortable. We're opening up that upper middle back, tucking the chin to the throat and a gentle fall forward of the head. And again, you can lift those elbows up to just get a little bit of a different feeling with your upper middle back stretch. Smooth, steady breaths. Just being aware not to bring those shoulders up towards the ears. We can just let them relax down. And then when you're ready, or yes, you can cross your ankles and knees over as well if you wanted to. Sorry, I didn't mention that one. Taking one more breath. And then when you're ready, let's set our eagles free. Let them fly free. Beautiful. We might go back to that little vinyasa we did before. So from here, exhale into mountain. We're going to inhale into our chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. So coming into a fold that feels good for you today. Inhale, half lift, hands on blocks or shins. Then again, we exhale into our forward fold. Inhale back into our chair. Bring your hands to a position that feels good for you. And then exhale back into mountain. Nice, lovely. I'll just grab another drink. Get very thirsty. Beautiful. So we're going to come into the last of our couple of chair poses here. So can you imagine doing this at the say the airport, or sitting in your plane seat, or in a car ride, even just doing the cat cows, some nice thread the needles, and then over the tops, just to get a little bit of movement for the body. We're going to come into warrior two. Now for this one, I like to turn the chair so the corner of the chair is sort of between my thighs, just to give me some space. All right, just a little bit of adjusting here. So from here, what we'll do is we'll start with the left leg. So take a bend in the knees, so the left knee's over the left ankle. Add any props if you need to pop something under your feet. And then with the right leg, we're going to extend it behind us, okay? We want the body nice and comfortably upright, pushing through those feet. So my back leg's on a bit of an angle here. I've got my toes pulled in. You can also bend the knee. So another option here is to grab your books or blocks and rest that knee. I'm going to take it back a little bit. It's a little bit of fluffing about, but we'll get there. So you've got that knee support as well. So you've got a couple of options there. I might do it this way on the first round and swap it on the other one. So from here, we're going to inhale, extend the arms, try and move my hips around a little bit, and then exhale, just settle the shoulders, but keep this body nice and switched on. Pushing through that front foot, taking an extra breath here. On your inhale, we're going to flip the left palm up, and then exhale, start to tip away from that front knee. So we're opening the front left rib cage. Take an extra breath here, just looking wherever it feels comfortable. And now we're going to add a side angle. So we're going to open up the other side. So we'll inhale back into our warrior two. And then on the exhale, either grab the hand or the forearm on the knee. Sweep this arm up, and we can rest it above our head, or you can even pop it on your hip and draw the elbow back, keeping that chest nice and open and finding some length in our body. You may even take that knee back a little bit more. It's okay to adjust your body during a pose as well. Just because you've landed there doesn't mean you're stuck there. Beautiful. So if you'd like to do this as a little bit of a flow, we can inhale back into our warrior two. Exhale, come into our reverse warrior. Inhale, come into warrior two. Exhale, come into our side angle. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, exhale, reverse it. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, come into reverse. Side angle, pardon me. And inhale, warrior two. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. Let's change sides. So turn the chair around a little bit. Oops. Actually, I won't use the blocks for this one. I'm going to put my leg down. And you'll find too that one side of the body is going to feel different to the other. So where you may find you need support on one leg, you don't need it on the other. So have a little play and just see what feels good for you. So we've got our right knee bent over our ankle. I'm extending my left leg behind me, sitting comfortably upright. Inhale, finding length in the arms, straight and strong. Arms are nice and switched on. And then when you're ready, we can inhale, flip the right palm up. Exhale, start to turn away from that bent knee, pushing that right foot into the ground. Come back into warrior two, and then come into our side angle, either arm above the head or hand on the hip. Beautiful. So let's get a little flowy with this. We'll do 2 rounds. We're going to inhale back into warrior two, flip it and reverse our warrior. Inhale back to warrior two, and then let's do side angle. One more time, here we go. Warrior two. Exhale back to your reverse warrior. Push through those strong feet. Inhale, warrior two. And then the last one into our side angle. And then we're going to come back into warrior two. And exhale, let the arms relax. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, and give your legs a little shimmy shake here. Give the whole body a shimmy shake if that feels good. All right, so I think this would be a really nice opportunity to start and quieten things down. We're going to take 3 falling out breaths or letting go breaths. This is going to just give ourselves a chance to release all that energy that we've used during our practice. Let the breath settle, and then we're going to spend a few minutes in Savasana. So grab anything that you might like to wear or have as support for your Savasana. I think I might use this cushion today. I didn't end up using my strap, but that's okay. I get a little forgetful sometimes. All right, so sitting comfortable in your chair, and I might even add that block support for my feet. Oh yeah, that feels good. Okay, let's go. We're going to bring the arms down by the side. It's up to you whether you want to bring your arms into your letting go breaths. Inhale, finding length in the body. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, taking that beautiful breath deep into the chest, the ribs, the belly, and then release that breath. One more in your own time. And then when you're ready, just fall into your comfortable breath. Get into any position that you may like to for your Savasana. I might just what am I going to do here? I might even use the bolster as well. I'm going to get really into my Savasana today. Take my glasses off. All right, when you're ready, let's rest. And just taking this opportunity to focus on those smooth, steady, even breaths, to allow the body to come into a state of rest and peace and stillness, to allow the muscles to relax, the joints. Invite any sensations you may be feeling, and let go of any thoughts that aren't serving you at the moment. We can deal with them later. Letting go on how you should feel during your Savasana and what you should do. And at any time that you feel as though you've had enough, just gently coming out of your rest. some gentle movements back to your body. Wiggle fingers and toes, maybe a stretch that you enjoy doing. Taking a deeper breath. Or you can stay a little longer in your Savasana if you like. You don't have to come out of it. Maybe a big stretch. Oh. And then if you like, you can join me by bringing our hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of our heart space with a gentle bow as we thank our beautiful and amazing bodies for moving and for being still today, for our breaths for nourishing and giving us life, and for our minds for guiding and supporting us. Thank you so much for joining me today for today's practice. And the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Have a really beautiful day, week, whenever I see you next. And yeah, take care. Bye.